Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dot from Dot Me Now Coaching and Entertainment. For coaching, my links are down below. Real quick, if you want to book a coaching session down below, when you go to my website, you may realize that you're not actually able to book for any times. That's because there's something wrong with my availability on my website. I mean, I've tried everything. I don't know why it's like that. I'm gonna get it fixed at some point. So because of that, if you want to book a session, simply just hit the text me option on the website and then text me through my website. I'll get your text. We'll set something up. It'll be amazing. With that being said, I have an astral projection course down below. I have a Patreon down below. It's super saucy over there. All my links are down below. Discord down below. Social media's down below. Everything's down below. Now let's get into this video about karma. Now, karma, um, I'm finding out more and more every day how it's a very misunderstood term. I've been talking. Wait, how do I word this? So I've talked to different people about karma for years now, and every time I do, I realize that people don't fully understand what it really is and how it actually works. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to make this video. You see, karma is actually a very simple concept to understand, but because of how it gets taught, people overcomplicate it. And I need to let y'all know that this shit is very easy to understand. I'm not saying that to make you feel dumb. I'm saying that because it's gonna naturally break certain barriers in your mind that prevent you from understanding how the fuck this shit actually works. Because when you overcomplicate shit, you try to make it deeper than it is. It's actually very simple to understand. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, what is karma? The word karma literally just means actions. You know what I'm saying? And literally, it deals with the principle of cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to your actions, it's not just like your physical. It's not just your physical actions that you do with your body. It also deals with like your mental actions via your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So like when you have a thought, like if you have like a bad thought, it may lead to more bad thoughts. You see what I'm saying? That's all karma is. It's that you do a certain action and then you get a reaction, right? Now here's what karma is. Because I'm gonna talk about in this video. I'm talking about what karma is, what karma isn't, understanding karma in terms of your habits, understanding fate and destiny, seeing how your stored karma creates your fate, why most people's fate creates their destiny, how karma and fate affect you after death, and also how to take control of your karma and fate to make your destiny. So, what karma isn't, right? Karma doesn't deal with morality. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, you hurt somebody, now they gotta hurt you back. You know what I'm saying? Now that definitely can happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because of morals. It's just the fact of like, nigga, if I punch you, you might want to punch me back. It's just cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about morals because there are people who are very fucking evil who can still live a good life because they do certain act. When I say a good life, I don't mean like a life that's like morally correct. I just mean like someone may be evil, but they still have like money and they can experience all the pleasures of life and stuff like that because they simply do actions that let them get money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why people could be bad, but they still have seemingly good lives. They just do the actions that lead to that type of life. Now, I'm not saying that there's no quote unquote punishment for the people who are evil. There definitely is. Like when you die, right? See, when you become an evil person, that's usually because you have a certain type of body. Even when it comes to ET and aliens, right? Like reptilians. A lot of reptilians become evil because they have a body that makes it easy to become evil. Like their body, right? Your body has its own intelligence to it. You know what I'm saying? Which can make you think and feel a certain kinds of ways. When you play video games, right? You control the video game character, but that character still has its own programming that's separate from what the fuck you're doing to the character. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's the same with your body. Reptilians, their body's naturally programmed to want to dominate certain shit, to be aggressive, all that. You know what I'm saying? So when a soul enters that kind of vessel, the intelligence of the body could take over the soul. The intelligence of the body can take over the soul's intelligence and then make that person quote unquote become evil. But once that person dies, they're gonna be inside their soul's awareness and they're gonna judge themselves and punish themselves. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that there's no such thing as punishment and that there's no um like Pretty much, if you do bad shit, you will pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like it's some force named karma making you do it. Nigga, you're gonna judge yourself and punish yourself. Cause once you detach from this body, you think completely different. And you're not gonna want to be fucking evil no more. You know what I'm saying? So here's a easy way to understand karma in terms of your habits, right? So you're able to like store karma, you know what I'm saying? And storing karma means that you store actions which become habits which carry you into the future. So like if you think a bad thought, you'll think another bad thought and another bad thought, and then those bad thoughts lead to bad emotions. You'll have more bad emotions, then you have bad actions that lead to more bad actions, that lead to more bad actions. It's just literally forming habits, you know what I'm saying? If you understand habits, you understand karma because this even deals with after death, you know what I'm saying? Like your habits right now set you up for the future. Now you can always change your habits, but if you're not that conscious, what happens? You simply just act off of habit, and you really don't really choose what you do because whatever happened inside the past is making your present and your future. You know what I'm saying? So like if growing up you always had certain types of thoughts, emotions, and actions, you kind of form these habits. You know what I'm saying? And then those habits influence how you act right now and where you go in the future. You know what I'm saying? So let's understand fate and destiny now. Fate deals with the past actions that you have done, which lead to the present moment and what you may do inside this present moment. Now, destiny is the actions that you take right now, which can lead to the future. You see? Now, stored karma actually creates your fate. The actions you do create your fate and the habits which dictate how you will behave in the present. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep on doing certain shit, right, you're gonna start to create your certain like this is how you weave your fate simply by just doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, your fate is the actions that you've done inside the past, and most people's lives are controlled by their fate. It's controlled by their habits. Humans are habitual beings, bro. We like to live based upon habit. So if you haven't set up good habits for yourself, then your fate isn't that good. And that's why if you don't take control of your destiny, right, by choosing what the fuck you want to do, your fate will just carry you into the future. Your habits will carry you. Now this is also a vice versa. You could store good karma. Good karma is not like I'm a good person. Good karma is just doing good shit, having good thoughts, emotions, and actions. That's all good karma is. A person that has good karma is seemingly gets lucky. It's just because this is a kind of person that naturally sets themselves up for success. You know what I'm saying? Like if you always been doing the right thing, you're gonna be more quote unquote lucky because even in the worst situations, right, you'll likely have a more positive mindset. You'll have more positive emotions and you'll have more positive actions even in that bad moment. And then somehow you'll just get out of it and you kind of seem like you're lucky. But somebody else, right? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't have good karma, who doesn't have good actions, when they're inside of a certain situation, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep on thinking bad thoughts and emotions and do bad actions that make them pretty much end up in an even worse place than they were to begin with. So long story short, yeah, bro. People that have good karma are just people that have good thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's just people that have made the right decision over and over again. Because if you keep doing the right thing over and over again, you're gonna have good habits to the point where it's like you don't even have to think about what the fuck to do because your habits are already good enough. You know what I'm saying? If you make a habit of working out, it kind of just becomes habitual. I just want to work the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? If you have a habit of eating fucking cheese doodles all day, you're gonna fucking eat more cheese doodles until you say, you know what? I want to fucking stop eating cheese doodles. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Now the thing is, people do get lucky out of nowhere. That is a thing. Like there is times where like shit will happen and it's like, whoa, that was some lucky ass shit. Some of that shit can't be explained. But here's another way to kind of explain luck in regards to good karma. You may get lucky as fuck by being in the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying? But how did you even end up at the right place at the right time? You had the thought to go to that place. And whenever you had that thought was the best time to have that thought, that you get to that place at the right time, and you get very fucking lucky. But this is still a thing that will happen to someone who has good karma. Not because they're a good person, but because a person with good karma, they're gonna be open to good thoughts anyway. Cause like the thoughts that you think every day are gonna be what you're open to. Like your thoughts attract like thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So if you're always thinking good thoughts, you're gonna attract more good thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you might attract the random ass thought to be at a certain place at a certain time, and now you get quote unquote lucky. But really, you're just open to the thoughts that led you to that fucking place. You know what I'm saying? A person who is always thinking bad thoughts, they're not open to the same thoughts as you. And now they'll have a fucking thought to go. See. This is also why niggas be having bad luck because they're open to bad thoughts that say, "Hey, go here right now," and those thoughts may be coming from fucking demons. You know what I'm saying? And they do this shit and they get fucked up. If you naturally think good thoughts, you're more open to angelic ass thoughts, and those angelic ass thoughts might lead to good situations. If you have a lot of bad thoughts, you're gonna be more open to demonic thoughts, and those demonic thoughts may lead you to fucking horrible situations. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's why most people's fate creates their destiny. Most people are not conscious enough to consciously choose what they want to do. And rather, they go off of the typical habitual instincts rather than choosing new actions in the present. Now, the thing is, right, like I said before, your destiny is the actions which you do right now that lead to the future. Now, most people, their fate controls their destiny because they just let their past actions dictate what they'll do right now, which dictates where they go inside the future. But you could choose to have all these habits, right? And say, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. Like with addiction, when you see, getting addicted is literally just you playing out karma. You did a certain substance, you know what I'm saying, and then your body liked it, and then you were more inclined to do it again. When you did it the second time, that karma got even stronger, and now you're even more inclined to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do certain shit, your body kind of, it's when you do something, it's kind of charged with a certain energy, and the more you feed that thing, the stronger that energy gets, and the more influence it has over you. You know what I'm saying? So when you're an addict, it's because you just did something. Because it can take simply just one time. You know what I'm saying? But understand this: when you take a substance one time, if you were like, you know what, bro, I feel the urge to do it again, but I'm gonna fucking stop. You could have easily kicked that shit and never formed this great and never formed this crazy ass addiction. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy ass addiction forms when you did it one time and you're like, you know what? I feel like doing it again. Should I? Should I not? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it. It gets to a point where it's like you're not even choosing to do it again. You're just being controlled by the feeling of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, it's like you kind of just act like an instinctual animal, you know, and you can't really choose to do something new. And then when you try to choose to do something new, it's like way harder. Like if you've been doing this shit for so fucking long, right? You have shit going this way, right? Right? It's going fast as fuck this way, you know what I'm saying? And then you try to go a different direction one time. It's like, nah, bitch, keep on going. Wait, did I fuck up my direction? You get my point, nigga. When you did something so many times and you try to do something new, you may do that new thing one time, but those past feelings are still there. You know what I'm saying? Now, every time that you resist the urge, you actually kill off that karma. So you kill off the energy and how strong it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's say that you have a addiction to doing that to your meat. You like to motherfucking choke your Chico stick. You know what I'm saying? You like to choke the chicken. If you have a habit of choking the chicken, right? Every time that you don't do it, it kind of gets rid of the karma that says, nigga, choke your chicken. And if you resist it for long enough, it kind of becomes, if you resist it for long enough, you nullify all the karmic effects. You literally nullify the energy and you stop having as much of an addiction and you stop having as much of a craving for doing it. Because at this point, you set up the actions that say, don't choke the chicken. Don't choke. Like let's say you thought in your head choke the chicken and you did it 50 times. You know what I'm saying? Once you say don't choke the chicken 50 times, it starts to balance out the karma. Then it's 51. Don't choke the chicken. 52. Don't choke the chicken. You get to 60. Don't choke the chicken. And now you have positive karma that's stored that says don't choke the chicken. So that way, when you do get the urge to choke your chicken, you already built up this karmic wall and you already built up this habit of not choking your chicken. Now there are still people who build that karmic wall of saying I'm not gonna do that shit, and then they end up doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? That still does happen. You know, but what the fuck? My fault, bro. I just seen some shit that kind of threw me the fuck off on my phone. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, long story short, though, nigga, the more you resist certain actions, the more you build karma against certain bullshit. You see what I'm saying? But in order to do that, you have to become conscious of the fact that you do have a choice. Most niggas like the thing is, right, people are gonna be somewhat conscious, right, but a lot of people inside their minds, even if they don't know it, have kind of submitted to their own habits. They say, well, I can't change that, I tried, this doesn't work. Well, nigga, if you've been doing some shit for fucking 15 years and you try to stop now, it's gonna be hard. You built up 15 years of karma. Imagine how strong that, and it's like a fucking snowball that's been rolling down a fucking mountain for 15 years. Look at how big that fucking snowball is. You're gonna have to get a new fucking snowball, right? Like if you did some shit for 15 fucking years, you're gonna have to stop for 15 years and build a new fucking snowball to fucking head on collide with the bigger, like you have the bad snowball, and now you gotta make a fucking good snowball that's the same size to cancel out the effects. You see what I'm saying? You could only do that by becoming conscious. Cause you could set up, you could create a new fate by just simply just building new habits. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's how karma and fate affect you after death. So your karma propels you to a life that matches your karma. So if you store conscious karma, if you become a conscious person, you have more conscious control over your next life. Now, understand this: when you die, you do have a choice of whether you have a choice to incarnate. My fault. You have a choice to reincarnate or not. But when you do, right? When you do reincarnate, you usually have a life, or usually have to live a life that matches your past karma. And sometimes the choice to reincarnate is quote unquote forced upon you, in the sense that with the way that you lived inside your physical reality, once you hit that soul level, nigga, anybody would want to fucking reincarnate. Now, here's what I mean, right? Let's say that, because like I said, it is always a choice to reincarnate. But people talk about like the Saturn Moon Matrix and different reincarnation traps. No one is trapping you to reincarnate. It's just the fact that inside the physical, they'll make you do certain shit to the point where once you die, anybody who did that shit would say, ugh, I want to reincarnate and do that over. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit that you do in the physical, it's like when you die, anybody would say, nigga, I want to reincarnate. On top of that, what they also do is that they make you, you see, if inside your physical life, you do certain things that you could only do in the physical. Now when you die, you're like, for example, when it comes to like having intercourse, right? If you get attached to lust, you know what I'm saying? Like people do that in the astral plane too. But like, here's what I'm trying to say. If you get attached to a physical desire that could only be played out inside the physical, you have no choice but to reincarnate in the physical, because the only way to fulfill that desire is to get it in the physical. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said before, when it comes to you dying, you do have a choice of whether to reincarnate or not. But if you kind of built inside your soul that you want physical shit, you'll kind of just naturally say, nigga, I want to reincarnate and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you'll get trapped. So you'll either get trapped in the sense of like, you'll either get attached to physical desires, or you'll just do certain shit that anybody would fucking regret and want to do over again inside of a new life. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing is, right, this also deals with why inside like India, right, they talk about how your karma can make you become an animal. It's really actually simple to understand. It's really simple. If inside this life you store up karma, you build habits that are very animalistic, you're gonna reincarnate as an animal because nigga, that's what the fuck. That's the habits that you built. So like, if you acted like a dog all your fucking life, you're gonna reincarnate as a dog. Now, granted, you still have a choice of whether to do this or not, but it's the fact that if you've been living like a dog, at this point you have shut off your consciousness so much that the choice to reincarnate kind of becomes an impulsive choice. Like that definitely can happen. Now, if you become a person who is super conscious inside this life, then when you die, you'll be more conscious of the decision to reincarnate or not. And then also, depending on how conscious you were, you'll actually have a choice of choosing what life you want to live. You see, some niggas, right? They die and they're still conscious enough to choose like, do I go back or do I not go back? However, they're not conscious enough to plan a whole entire new life. You know what I'm saying? They have to reincarnate with that same karma. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like imagine that your karma is like clothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, when some niggas die, they could take off the clothes, and it's like, yo, they'll get asked, do you want to reincarnate or not reincarnate? If they say yes, some people have to just put those clothes back on. You see what I'm saying? And they go into the next life with like that same karma. Now, depending on what kind of shirt you have, right? If you built up like a fucking, let's, so let's say that the person who became conscious enough to choose whether or not they want to reincarnate. That person right there, right? The person who's able to choose to reincarnate but can't choose what their life is like, that's like a person who's kind of just been given a shirt and now they're forced to wear that shirt. But there's other people who die and they're able to choose what life they want to live. This kind of person, right, is a person that's able to make their own shirt. You see what I'm saying? So some people, right, they kind of just been given this one shirt and they don't know how to make any new shirts. So they have a choice of, yo, bro, do you want to reincarnate or not reincarnate? You know what I'm saying? But if they reincarnate, they can't make a new shirt. They have to put on the old one. You know what I'm saying? However, the person who has a choice over what their next life will be like, that is a person who's able to make shirts. You know what I'm saying? And the better you are at making a shirt, the more control you have over the timeline you want to incarnate inside your next life. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. If you bound yourself to the physical, if you get caught up in physical desire, you'll naturally have to reincarnate based upon that desire. You see what I'm saying? And that's how your karma propels you. It's the same in physical reality, my nigga. If you're a very instinctual person and you built up very instinctual habits, it's very hard to choose to make new habits. You know what I'm saying? Like drug addicts. Some drug addicts feel like they literally can't choose. Some drug addicts literally feel like they can't choose to do any fucking different. You know what I'm saying? And that's why that karma and that fate and their habits just make them do more and more and more drugs. Then when they die, they still have that desire and they may reincarnate and then have the inclination to do more drugs inside their next life. Now, that does not mean that they have to do drugs in their next life. It just means that inside their next life, they're more prone to do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because they already have that karma inside them. You know? So that's how that kind of works. It's like when you choose like when you reincarnate inside like the same shirt, right? Like I said in the example, you're not forced to play out all the same shit. It's just way more likely to happen. Same inside this life right now. You're not forced to keep on doing your habits, right? Like if you're a drug addict, you're not forced to keep on doing the drugs. It's just harder to resist it. You're just more likely to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a drug addict and I'm not, you're going to take the drugs more often than me because you already have that karma. So if inside of a past life you were a fucking drug addict, you know what I'm saying? You're more likely to do drugs inside the next life. You don't have to, but it's just kind of already inherent inside you. You know what I'm saying? This is why certain people like keep on reliving certain cycles because it's already in them. You know what I'm saying? They're more likely to do this shit. Same with real life, my nigga. If you have certain habits, you're more likely to do them in the present moment. You know what I'm saying? It's actually not hard to understand. And I'm not saying that to make you feel dumb. I'm saying that to make you realize that it really is not that hard to understand. Cause I may say that and you say, bro, it's still confusing. I don't give a fuck. Me telling you that shit still tells a part of your mind that it's not that hard to understand. When you make it simple, it's like, oh shit, it's just how habits work, nigga. If you get how habits work, you understand how karma works because it's the same exact shit. Some habits just exist after death, literally. You know what I'm saying? So now for the last part, right? How to take control of your karma and fate to make your destiny. What you think you got to do? What you think? I'm gonna tell you. Become conscious and choose what you want to do right now, regardless of what you've done in the past. Now, that's not always that easy. Depending on the karma that you built, you could be a very instinctual person. However, it's time for you to put your fucking big boy or big girl pants on and say, bitch, I'm tired of doing this fuck shit. So I don't care if I gotta fucking meditate and build up my resistance to impulses. I don't care if I gotta fucking isolate myself. I don't care if I gotta motherfucking nigga fucking remove this shit from my area, bitch. I'ma stop doing this shit some way or another. And the thing is, you might stop one day, then do it the next day. And then think, fuck, bro, it's not working. Don't be a dumbass, bro. If you stop that one day, that does show you that you have potential to stop. You know what I'm saying? So what, you fucked up the fucking next day, my nigga? Just stop the day after that. Like for example, you may have been doing some shit every day for your whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? But as you start to change yourself, you may do it like, you do it like every other day. You know what I'm saying? Or you do it like every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? It could be that you stop one day, then you do it 4 more days, then you stop again, then do it 3 more days, you stop again, do it 5 more days, stop again, do it 3 more days, stop again, do it 2 more days, stop again, do it one day, stop again, keep on stopping, keep on stopping, keep on stopping. My nigga, what I'm trying to say is, even if it seems like you can't stop doing shit, if you stop doing something one time, that shows that you can do it, and vice versa. Sometimes it's not about stopping certain shit. Sometimes you gotta start doing certain shit, like working out. Some niggas may work out one time and think that. I mean, some niggas may work out one time and then miss the next day and think, bro, this working out shit is not for me, bro. Don't be a dickhead. If you're used to not working out, it will be hard to start working out. But if you keep on doing it with all your fucking might, you're going to build up the karma that's going to make it easier and easier and easier. I'm not saying off the rip is going to be easy, but you got to be a big girl and a big boy. It used to be a motherfucking conscious being who does not want to be controlled by their fucking fate and their habits and their instinct. Because at that point, you're just being a fucking animal anyway. And we're not here to be fucking animals. We're here to be conscious beings that control our destiny via the actions that we do in the present moment right now. And those actions aren't just about our physical actions. Those are our thoughts also, our mental actions, our emotional actions. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. When no. I want to say this too though, because there is certain shit where it's like, for example, if inside of a past life you unalive somebody, inside your next life you may have to be unalived. You know what I'm saying? But that's not always just about like karma is just like about morals. No, it's just the fact that, like, for example, my nigga, if you hurt somebody, someone's gonna want to hurt you back sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And when you die, right? When you die and see that, oh my God, I fucking unalive somebody, you yourself may feel so bad that you want to experience death for yourself now. It's not about morals. It's just the fact that, oh, you unalive somebody, you had the action of unaliving inside your system, and now you're like, dang, I had this unaliving karma. Now I want to get unalived because I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that because it's like there is a thing where it's like if you do some shit to somebody, it can happen to you also. But it's not about the morals of it. It's just the fact that, like, nigga, if you harm somebody, they may want to harm you back. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just that simple. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, or like let's say that, like, hold up. Let's, cause it don't gotta be bad either. It could be like you help somebody in the past, Like let's say you built up this good karma of helping people, and now inside your next life you're super duper blessed. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the morals of it. It's just the fact that if you helped so many people, they might want to help you now. So, like, you could have helped all these goddamn people, right? You did those actions, and now those people, right? When y'all niggas all die, they say, "Listen, bro, you helped me out so much. Inside our next life, I want to help you out now." It's not about really. It's not about like the morals of it. It's just the fact that, nigga, when people do good things to me, I want to do good things to them also. Like it's not even about the morals of it. It's just the fact that this is what the fuck, like this is how shit works. You know what I'm saying? If you hurt me, I might want to hurt you back. You know what I'm saying? Or you might want to hurt yourself out of your own guilt. That happens too. I know with me, there's been times where I hurt people and I'm like, damn, bro, I deserve to be hurt now also. You know what I'm saying? And because I think that I deserve to be hurt, and I live from those and I live from those thoughts and emotions, I eventually get hurt. But I still did it to myself. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about the morals of it. But that's why also karma is perfect, and it can seem like it's a moral thing because shit, cause and effect is perfect, and it kind of does balance out everything. You know what I'm saying? So it does seem like it's like this crazy moral thing, but it really isn't. You know what I'm saying? But it's great. It's great that it's great that if you help people, they want to naturally help you also. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not like that for everybody, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a very common thing, and that's amazing. So it kind of seems like being a good person, you have a good life, you know what I'm saying? But it's not because of the morals. It's just the fact that you did good shit. Now your life is good. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it very, like, life is actually very fair. You know what I'm saying? If you do bad shit happens. Not because of a big man inside the sky, not because you're being judged, just because, nigga, when you do bad shit happens. Like, it's just cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying that inside a fucking chemistry lab, when you do certain fucking chemical reactions, that this one is a fucking morally good chemical reaction. Nigga, no, it's just cause and effect. When you mix this and this happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking cause and effect. It's not about it being fucking like morally correct or not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. All my links are down below. I love you. I'll catch you in my next video. And that's pretty much it. Peace, the freak, out.